Good evening, everyone. This is Harriet Westmore with the More to Discover podcast. This is More to Discover because my other podcast is more called More Self Discovery, but I wanted to do a different platform today. So, welcome to the More to Discover podcast. This is the podcast, same thing, where we discover ourselves through our life journey. Into our self discovery. I want to welcome you guys. I hope everybody had a great Thursday. I did. It was a long day at work, but still, nevertheless, one day before Friday, so I'm good with that. All right, you guys. I invited this guest back because I mean she has so much of a testimony. She is doing wonderful things for women who have been through obstacles and domestic violence and who just needs that extra support and help to go on to their next chapter in life. So Miss Tycorria Newman, this is she is here again for the from the JTT, J as in J, T as in Tom, D as in dog, Soulful Healing for Women. That's her foundation. And I am just so pleased and so happy that we were able to reconnect and for her to, continue on with her story and what she has in store for everybody who is interested in being a part of uh, her foundation and what she has to offer. So, Takoria, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And let's. I just wanted to give you the floor because I know you have more inspiration and elevation to share with us. And I just wanted to come talk to you on a spiritual level
Mhm.
because I know a lot of us who have gone through different obstacles and journeys in our life. I mean, we also have a spiritual journey, a spiritual walkthrough of faith to get to where we are now. So, welcome and
Cool.
take it away.
Well, Harriet, I have the same sentiment. I'm so excited and happy to be back with you. We had such a great time, a great conversation the last time, and on screen and off screen.
We sure do. We sure do.
so, so I'm happy to be here, and I'm honored that you would have me here to talk about this topic. And I would start by saying that just dealing with my own past traumas, working with so many various people from different backgrounds, different religious groups, and all these things that have also gone through some kind of trauma or hurt or just not feeling good about themselves or whatever it is, overwhelmed. And we all are trying to do the best that we can. And the spiritual walk is different for everybody.
Right.
I don't think there's a one size fits all. I think that we have to have grace with ourselves
Mm-hmm.
when we're going through, especially hard times. Um, I will say that in my personal journey, once my son was in an accident, that was when everything was tested. Everything, spirituality, views on the world, views on life, on people, and all the things that come with that. And the one part about it though is that you do
Mm-hmm.
grow from being in the hardest parts of your life. There's a transformation that's happening. And so you have to dig deep. You have to find what resonates within. You have to go into self and seek those answers, whether it be, like you mentioned, spirituality, what do I believe in? Is this real? Is that real? I don't know what to think. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to feel. I hear family and friends telling me to think this way and to feel this way, and I'm taught this way. Um, all of those things come up, especially in trauma. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this me? Why? How could this happen? Um, we didn't deserve that. I felt that about my son. He didn't deserve what happened to him. He's a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, all of those things are normal. And I think we have to give ourselves grace and even just sit and process those feelings first.
Absolutely. And exactly what you said, because anytime we go through any type of trauma or any type of some challenges in our life, we do question God. And how did were you angry? I mean, what were your emotions when you were going through, through the trauma of losing your son?
Yeah, well, I know that you're really familiar, and I don't know who may not be so familiar with the grief wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you see, I really like it because it's squiggly. Like it's supposed to be anger, sadness, depression, and all these in this circle. But when you look at it, the line it goes everywhere because one day
Mm.
you could feel angry, one day you could feel grief or
Mm-hmm.
crying or sad, and another day completely depleted emotionally. And all of those feelings happen. And so yes, in that whole grief system, anger was definitely one. And there was a time that I questioned my own spiritual faith,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're human. And I just want to say that that's okay. It took me going inward and seeking the answers for myself, Xing out everybody else. And I think that's true regardless of what religious background you have to be able to go inward for your answers and figure out what I do with all of this, what I
Right.
do with all this confusion, anger, sadness, grief, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And I think that that's probably the first part is just giving yourself grace for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Exactly. Because as you know, in our African American culture, we don't question God. You're not supposed to question God. God, this happens for a reason. But I mean, like you said, we're human. We're human, and you can't help but to, Lord, why does this happen? When am I supposed to learn out of this? And I was always taught, I don't know, that you just have a heart to heart talk with God. I mean, if you need to get angry to get those emotions out, because He's hearing you
mhm.
and He will give you that discernment. You may not understand it, but you are allowed, because we're human, we are allowed those emotions. And, you
Yeah.
know,
Yes, you are human. I mean, I guess a good way to put it is, I mean, if you could walk on water, then
mm,
then you may not have those emotions, but as a human being, we do have that, and I think that there's grace all the way around that, and everybody's story matters, and
hmm,
everybody's pain looks different, but it's just as important.
right, right.
And just having that sense of grace there and understanding that when you center yourself, when you get to yourself and you go to your quiet place, whether that's your prayer room, you meditate, whatever it is that you do, if you get to to the core of self, you'll be guided and directed in the way that you need to move forward. And it's just having grace and time, allow yourself time to do that and feel everything that you feel. Our feelings are valid.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this now. for your in your particular experience, in your particular journey, I don't, and let's be clear, I'm not, pinpointing certain denominations or religious settings. I'm just saying, for those who have, if you go to church, how was the support system with your church family during
Mm,
your time of of going through your journey of, losing your son and going through your um domestic violence journey? How
mhm.
was supportive were were the
Was that
church?
circle? I would say that um, in my own, like, we have a family church, so in my own life and my journey, there's always love and well intention, and I think that that's a pretty powerful thing,
Mm-hmm.
that the intentions are there and the love is there. But again, we're all human. So
Right.
we may not always have the right things to say or
Right.
know what to say to somebody going through something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go through the healing journey, um, you get to kind of come to that understanding, and it helps
Mm-hmm.
with letting go if there's any resentment because somebody didn't show up right, or the
Mm-hmm.
church or whoever didn't show up right for you.
Mm-hmm.
um that was a turning point for me, was being able to kind of later on coming out of the dark clouds,
Mm-hmm.
if you will. And honestly, my therapist helped me with this, with perspective. And it's just kind of like, we're human, in the same grace that I would want someone to give to me if I don't know what to say or how to go about something I've never dealt with. Then
Mm-hmm.
I could probably extend that same grace. But it takes time. It takes so much time
Right.
to get there. And until you do, you feel how you feel.
Exactly. Exactly. Excellent. Because and the reason why I brought that up, audience, as you know, if you look on my Facebook page, I am a spiritual coach, and my specific niche is what we don't talking about. I think you and I talked about this, about church hurt,
Hmm.
or people who have felt, they didn't get the support or the loving, connection from their church family that we may, need. And again, um you have to give, sometimes you have to give grace to a point. If it gets to a point to where it's hurting you physically and mentally abusive through the church, then that's a whole nother level. But
Yes.
right, so we're not, condoning that at all. But
Hmm.
you know
Have boundaries.
you do have boundaries.
And the boundaries get real serious when you're in the thick of stuff, let me tell you.
Mhm.
It gets real serious, and to the point where, whether it's church, whether it's family, whether it's friends, your boundaries protect you. And that's probably one of the hardest lessons, when you have your boundaries. So you have the grace, but you also have boundaries. Those boundaries help guide you too. There's
Mhm.
some things that I just cannot tolerate.
Right.
That's okay. I don't, if what you're saying to me, or an action that you did, is making me feel really uncomfortable and not
Mhm.
good within myself, well then that's a different conversation.
Right.
If I feel like your intentions are pure, you don't mean anything harmful, is that a conversation to say, hey, you probably didn't know that
Mhm.
what you said impacted me in this way,
Mhm.
but it did. And I just want you to know that, so that hopefully you don't repeat that. And you wouldn't know unless I told you. So I'm
Right.
telling you out of love and out of respect, that comment was not helpful, or
Mm.
that action was not helpful. And then you have your boundaries. And so I think we need that every day.
Absolutely. I was just getting ready to say that. I mean, that's not only within, our religious or faith-based setting, but that's every day. That's throughout our own, just dealing with people in general, dealing with family, dealing with friends. So
Dealing with work.
dealing with definitely dealing with work. Yes.
Oh gosh.
So tell us, what events do you have coming up with your foundation? Anything that people should be looking out for?
Yes. So I will, let me see here. I'm set up to do a couple of vendor events in Nashville, so that's local. But coming soon to be on our Facebook page. But I am opening up services for the spiritual life coaching. I too do spiritual life coaching and just alternative healing techniques that are ancient to our roots that
Mm,
I've learned about and I love so much. And it helps with the calming and the peace and
mm,
helps fighting those feelings of anxiety and just kind of helping to center yourself so you could keep going. And so I really love that. And I was going to say that um, with faith and your anybody's beliefs and all of that, I think that that's great, and I think that everybody's faith and beliefs should be respected. But I
mm-hmm,
also think that we could all um, gain other like additional tools. I look at it as a shopping cart. So I have a shopping cart, and over here, I have my faith and my relationship with my God, and
mm-hmm,
this that our ancestors have left for us that helps us with managing our emotions and things like that. All
mm-hmm.
of this is purposeful. And so I would just encourage people. I was blown with things like sound healing. And it's really, the backdrop really does go back to the Black church. And so all of these things are still here for us that unfortunately we were stripped from
Right.
learning. So I would say search, seek, pray, meditate with it. Seek for what you need for your spirit and your soul.
Absolutely. So we should be looking for that when you're going to be starting that on your Facebook page.
Yes, the Facebook page, on the website.
Okay.
I am planning a women's healing retreat, hopefully for December and again
Oh,
in April. So
okay.
stay tuned for that. Would be amazing. But yeah, we're ready to hit the ball rolling, like running. So excited to support whoever needs support.
Absolutely. Now, you know, December is my birthday month, so I might need to come down to is it going to be in Nashville area?
It's gonna be it's about 3 hours from Nashville in Sevierville, which is Smoky Mountains area.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, not far from Dollywood.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
I might have to put
yes,
that in the back
it's
of my mind.
beautiful. It's so beautiful and peaceful and a perfect place to center and heal and be or just manage, just take a break. Jeez,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, ladies, I specifically wanted Tycorria to come on to specifically hone in on my women in public safety who work or who are working in the human services field. Um, I really wanted you all to hear her and connect with her because I mean, as you just hearing her voice, I mean, it just
like.
woosa. I just feel woosa. I mean, seriously.
Oh, that
And I mean, you just have that calming, spirit and for those of us who work in law enforcement, you ladies know exactly. We need every common spirit that we can receive. So I will be looking out for the meditation, and when you do the healing, I mean the the sound healing, because I have heard of it. I'm not, I really would like to uh,
Oh,
engage in that. So definitely, I will be probably one of your first participants.
yes. And we could do it virtually. So
Exactly. There you go. Now you nobody has an excuse because she does it
no,
virtually. We have no excuse. So,
it will change your life. It's good to do it before bed because you will
mm,
want to. It will help you drift right into La La Land
oh
in a
yeah,
good way. So, yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And those of us who work second or second shift, or you work at first shift, you get off before you go to bed. I mean, especially
you do
second
it in the
shift.
morning.
Yeah, in
Oh,
the mornings. Yep.
yeah,
Um,
anytime, really.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right, right. But I know, I used to work second shift and it's hard to wind yourself down. But doing that meditation and, just kind of relaxing myself. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. When I found out, I was like, oh my God, this is life changing.
And like you said, and it's going back to our ancestors. Our ancestors have taught, if we would have, kept on, if that torch was able to be passed on, we would have, there's so much that our ancestors have done and had to do, naturally to, kind of hold on to their roots of where they actually came from. And unfortunately, we've been, like you said, stripped of a lot of that, you know,
Knowledge and
knowledge.
power.
Right,
It's so
right.
powerful.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. So I'm looking forward to it. Anything else that you want people to know? Please, I do. Please, if you have, want to connect with Tycorria, her website is it blessingourwomen.org. Is that's
No.
not it? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Mine is jtdshealinggroup.com.
There you go. Let me see.
jtdshealinggroup.com. And I'll share it with you, Harriet, so
Okay.
you can share it. Yes, and it's my contact info on there, my cell and email, whichever way works. I'm happy to talk to anyone.
JDTShealinggroup.com.
JT, J John T Ty, D Devin, S is in Sam,
Okay.
healinggroup.com.
Gotcha. All right. For those who want to do the audio, I would make sure it's in the show notes.
And this will be live here for you keep it on your page too, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Nice.
I do.
I so appreciate you
I
and this
appreciate you too.
opportunity.
Like I said, we instantly connect, and it's just you don't have to. Sometimes you just God just put people in your life, just when you least expect it, in different mysterious ways. We never actually laid eyes on each other, but you know what? I declare, and that's going to be soon. We will meet each other in person in some form. I actually do have family in the Nashville area, so I will
Oh
definitely. I
yeah.
have an excuse. I have it, not only to see my sisters and everything, but I, have a new, dear friend that I really, really care about and really want to support. So I definitely encourage everybody to support you as well.
Thank
So,
you.
so with
And
that,
you such a blessing to me too, just so you know.
oh, thank you. So with that being said, like I said, everybody, please support Tycorria. Watch out for her Facebook group. I'll put all the information that you need to join her Facebook group, and so you can stay in touch with the retreat. Oh,
Yes.
just
That is
thinking
going to
about
be
it, just
amazing.
wow. All right, you guys, thank you so much. If
You.
you have any type of issues or any topics that you would like for me to discuss in future broadcasts, please hit me up. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, More to Discover. And that's the number two, More, my last name, More, Moore, the number two, Discover. That is my Facebook handle. Or you can email me at contact at more2discover.com and just say, I would like to, talk about this, or I like to, discuss this. Do you know somebody that can, and that you can collaborate with? And I definitely will do that for you. So, you ladies, and if there are gentlemen, but if you ladies, please stay blessed, stay encouraged, and please, please be safe. Um, I'm hearing that the COVID numbers are going back up. So I want you guys to just please, stay safe and take care of yourself and stay healthy.
Yes.
All right. You guys have a great evening. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.